All right, welcome, hello, welcome everyone to this game. My name is Gurel, joined by no one since it's just a regular, just gonna be a solo cast. Of course, this is Stylex Siege League, also known as SSL. Today, I'm going to be bringing you the game of FireBird Esports vs BLUEJAYS Ventus, two very competitive teams in the league, I'd say. FireBird, of course, finishing first, I believe, in let me just check real quick. Finishing first in the professional league finals. With the Hungarian squad. Quite a lot of new names to me here on this squad, if I'm being honest, other than but I'm pretty sure he's currently he's not going to be on this particular lineup, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how this team sort of performs. Obviously, I haven't seen much of them myself, but first time for everything, like they say. Pretty sure we've got the bands up now. Yep, there we go. We've got the bands. Flores, Ying. Okay, interesting. The Flores ban is, of course, kind of a given. I think a lot of teams like to ban him just kind of like, as a safety sort of bet, kind of like Thatcher, but a lot more centered to one map instead of being universal, of course, with less teams now banning Thatcher thanks to the new secondary EMP gadget. So first bomb site is going to be the Kid Storm's room. Just looking at the defensive lineup, we see Rooney, Malusi, Alibi. I'm assuming there's a possibility that Alibi might throw one of her prisoners up in one of those what I like to call invincible spots, where essentially the prism gets thrown in such a way where it cannot be destroyed, defender or attacker, and it just kind of stays as that red flashing message on the screen for attackers. So it doesn't seem like Cyrilloid is gonna go for that strategy, so to speak, because if he was, he'd probably have done it by now. Definitely seems like very much a split push. He thinks he sees someone. Maybe it wasn't a thorough drone. Probably why he's pre-firing a lot, but there is someone in the vicinity. But I think, oh no, that's okay. That was very, very close. That could have gone awry very, very easily. Thankfully, he didn't cook it quite to that extent. Definitely an extended hold here from the side of the BLUEJAYS. But that might just play into the advantage of the attacking side here. 4v5, that's going to be a first kill going the way, I can't quite tell. But another gunfight breaks out, even things out. And the Maverick can continue making his way in. Really want to draw that just in case someone is at the end of that attic wall there. Can't quite see, because my quality isn't quite up to par with the streams, but regardless.
Bomb located by attackers.
Already 2 minutes into the round, and not a lot of frags have been dealt out. Just one singular trade between the two teams. But other than that, not much hostility as I say that. The aggression breaks on through. This time, Blue Jays in the driver's seat, but it seems like that's going to get doubled down on. It's going to be the one hard breacher to go. Another one. It's one hard breacher down. Another one downed. There we go. Now he's out and eliminated. All down to the singular Zofia here to try and make something of this 1v4 situation. Probably won't do much. Can't even get a singular frag. And well, it's going to be the first round over to the Blue Jays. Which is going to opt now for a laundry and supply hold. Seems like they're going to bring in a Tachanka as well, which is an interesting choice. Obviously, the Shumika launchers, I'd say, probably work at their best in these sort of enclosed areas. So I guess if you look at it from that perspective, this pick does work. Not to mention also the deployable shield he has, which can also come in handy. But
You can stop worrying about grenades.
other than that, fairly interesting choice.
Deploying ADS.
10 seconds to go.
Deterrent deployed.
5 seconds to insertion.
I need to reload.
Reinforcing the floor.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Moving back. Mountain out. Perimeter defense active.
It's actually a default cam getting taken out. Surprisingly enough, a lot of teams actually forget to deal with them a lot of the time. So good to see that at least Blue Jays are taking care of them. So top floor take. Probably won't find too much resistance on that top floor. It'll probably just be a really easy take, but you know, always good to kind of have that secured, especially when in doubt. Twitch looking for things to take care of. That's going to be an alibi. Prisma being dealt with. So there's definitely presence on this floor, which I think we all expected, including FireBirds.
Sending out Gemini.
Gunfight breaks out. I think no one really wants to aggress in that situation, especially, well, I'd say early in the game, but already halfway through, so really if any frags are to come out, it should be now, but this team's playing it fairly passive, which is interesting, especially for Oregon, a map where, you know, frags, it's not particularly a frag fest, so to speak, but it's definitely, you know, an aggressive sided map, I guess you could say. Obviously, depending on decision making, ooh, Dent almost coming out with a big play, but just gets shut down there by Luvna. Less than a minute on the clock. Luvna looking for more as he waits for the rest of this team to group up. That's going to be an EMP going out. Not sure if that's hit anything. The Sabana Pendants are now going to come on through. Going to get taken out by the Jaeger there down below. Blue Jays are really trying to force the hand of Firebirds right now. They are not going to aggress. They are not going to let up. They're going to just let Firebirds go straight to them. Huno just pushes through the Shumika launcher, comes out of that fairly unscathed with minimal damage, but there we go, the shots come out. 2v3, 2v2 now. Oh no, it's a team kill. As not an ideal situation. Chris will be the next one to fall. All down to Lunwa with 2 seconds. Not a lot that you can do. That's Ventus taking yet another round. You know, I was watching an old NA qualifier for the Paris major, which was back when they used to like, you know, do qualifiers where they like invite teams from each region, and like host kind of like a tournament basically, to qualify for the major instead of like pro league standings and all that. Which I think was a fairly interesting system, but yeah, you know, that was all the way back in 2018, so it's quite the nostalgia trip. And actually, I'm pretty sure the first map was on Oregon, the Obey and Mouse Sports, I'm pretty sure it was back then. That old roster with Bosco and Skies, but
10 seconds left.
yeah, I mean, the game's come a long way. Some say for the better, some say for the worse, but I don't know. I think it's fine,
Attacker's
but
objective is to locate a bomb.
I'd be lying if I said this game is at its peak, because there is still a lot of issues that need to be sorted, especially with I think just general. I mean, I'd say the game is at a good state, but I think it's just player engagement. If I'm being honest, just I don't know. I think UB used to promote this game a lot better than they do now. Oh! Okay, had a little fight with the drone there, and yep, Nook has something to say about that. Whoa, that's 3 kills already off the bat, looking for a 4th sanity. No, he's having none of that. Takes revenge on his comrades, but that's 3 of your teammates down already. Blue Jays were not expecting this. And FireBird's now a fighting chance. Three, 2, someone dies in the chaos. I couldn't quite see what that was because the quality dropped. Just patience, more droning. There's no need for FireBirds to be hasty. They have a lot of time. That logic bomb is now going to come on through. Kelsey hears that, but he has a faint idea. He can't quite pinpoint exactly where that's going to go down, and well, no, the quality is still fairly the same, if not worse. So I'm just trying to sort out the feed. I will get back to it shortly, and there we go. Action's going down. 2v1. FireBirds still in the man advantage. Just 30 seconds left. There we go. Martin Peaks catches the Blue Jay player off guard, and Ventus take their first loss. Ventus, of course, recently suffering a defeat to their sort of sister team, so to speak, Blue Jay Talent, over in Talent League. They had a pretty good start against their counterparts, but unfortunately fell short in the end. Just couldn't quite close out those last few rounds, and this was on Oregon as well, so obviously it's, you know, still early stages of the game, but you know, Blue Jays will definitely be looking to learn from their mistakes this time around. And I mean, if I were to compare FireBirds and Talents, I couldn't really, because I don't know enough about the teams. But I'd say, you know, going from a purely standings perspective, I'd say they're pretty much on par. So yeah, I think they can definitely apply the lessons that they learned from the Tans game and apply it to this game against the Firebirds.
Setting my +1.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Setting up a little show. Reloading.
BLUEJAYS spread out as per usual. But already, that's Luvnar already in the building, firing shots, announcing his presence, but the shots are firing up, but to no avail. However, that's Shep losing his life to, I'm not quite sure actually how that happened. Possibly through a window? I can't quite tell. Now you'll see that Firebirds are oof. Alright, that's, I'm pretty sure that alibi for what I can see. I don't know, I can't quite make out the gun silhouette, but
Recovered the diffuser.
Reloading.
BLUEJAYS back in commanding fashion. Ooh, Luvnar did his rival dirty and just gonna throw a frag grenade in there just for good measure.
Bomb located by
They can now progress upwards into the site, but still got a few opponents down here on the bottom floor. They're actually winning their gunfights. Oh, that's right into the crosshairs of Cyriloid, but that SMG damage just fails him, and Luvnar just soaks up those bullets. It's even like his health is too low. Ooh, Martin coming in close, and there we go. Sanity actually finishes him off. Not Martin, but that would be the man with the diffuser. Oh no, Cyriloid, you cannot do Martin like that. Gets him with the bailiff. Martin down but not out. Oof. Very nice stuff. Gonna make a comment on Zofia not having her withstand anymore, but just a bit of a quick peek battle from the two players of both respective teams, and well, Ventus win that out. I couldn't quite tell who won that out. Again, my stream will probably fluctuate in quality, so I won't be able to pick up on everything, but trying to do the best I can.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Did I want to comment on the fact though that Nook has been steadily making her way into the forefront of the meta. And obviously, you know, we see players from Firebirds pick her. She's just this, attacker repicked into the Lion. It's fairly interesting. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't follow the game quite like I used to. Obviously, with me getting back into casting, I will begin to familiarize myself again with the meta, but my guess is that it has something to do with a buff where she doesn't activate traps. Or maybe that was only a test server thing for a while and they never implemented it. Either way, I mean, you know, with that triple kill that some of Firebirds got, I mean, kind of start to see why. Oh, but it's gonna be a Russian 3v5, bodies dropping all over the place. Just a complete Russian. Ventus net themselves another round win just like that. Talk about an any percent speed run. Ventus really going for that, not giving Firebirds a second to breathe.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Don't even know how much traps, sorry, not traps, but... I don't know, that was... yeah, that was quite an event. Technically, that could have gone either way, and it did, but...
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
definitely not the way, FireBirds wanted that to go. That's for sure.
10 seconds
It'd be
left.
interesting to see one of those rushes work out someday. Back if I don't know if anyone from Tier 4 still remembers
Heading out to defuse a bomb.
Reflex League. I think that's probably the last time, or Reflex Championships. Sorry, it's probably the last time I've seen a rush of any sort like that work out. But you know that league is still rebuilding, still recuperating, so no one really knows if it'll ever come back, but okay, enough about that. Ooh, close, but not quite. Chep trying to get sneaky spawn kill, but unfortunately, again, finds no success in that area. So therefore we'll have to retreat into a more passive position, but Kasi in the meantime, he's taking some damage from an earlier gunfight that happened around bedroom, I believe. I couldn't quite see where he was stationed. Maybe it was the first floor. Not entirely sure, but either way, this is major pressure coming in from Firebirds, and you know, maybe not outright killing the defense, but as long as they deal damage, that's pressure enough to force them back into sight. Now, Lufnar loses his life, actually. Cyrilloid walking on very, very thin ice here with the amount of health that he has. So, you know, he's definitely going to have to Assassin's Creed his way towards a kill. Kasi with the 6th stent comes out, kills Huna. No more logic bombs for the defense to worry about. However, the attack do fire back, and how? 3v3 already evening things up. It's not a very good sound for Blue Jays as that. Not sure what Firebird's drone count is, but I do partially understand why they're not using it, considering that, you know, Blue Jays could be looking around any corner. I don't think Martin realized that he's just down Chep, but Chris finishes him off either way. Firebirds with man advantage gained comes confidence. Will they make use of that confidence? Will that fuel them towards a win? Who knows? That time is getting dangerously low. There we go, triple kill. That was just a mute in CCTV. So much explosion, so much bullets firing his way. All he can do is run until they finally get him, and there we go. Firebirds answering back. So, a decent half. Definitely one that Ventus can bounce off of, I think, very well. I mean, 4-2 is, you know, the desired standard positive outcome, I'd say. And then, you know, once you get into, you know, 5-6, 6-0s, those are like, you know, moving into dream territory, but they do happen. They do happen.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
More commonly than you think. I'd say the 5-1 is more common than the 6-0 for obvious reasons, but I definitely think, yeah, but I definitely think Ventus can definitely make something of this again if they just, you know, apply what they've learned from the talents game.
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm. Magnet's ready. Let them go.
Loading new magazine.
New camera feed activated.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Setting my
5 seconds remaining.
fairly basic setup. I'd say nothing too out of the ordinary.
Defuse a bomb.
You have a Valkyrie, but it's just something that hasn't been brought out yet. I wouldn't say it's anything particularly uncommon, especially with the utility that she can provide.
Playing my trump card.
Valkyrie is fairly aggressive. Ooh, I'm not sure if shooting out that drone was the smartest idea, as I'm gonna expose you to the fact that you are roaming with A, not the best roamer in the game, and B, not the best gun in the game, unless you hit your shots. That is, because the MPX is definitely one of those pea shooter guns. So yeah, they're just retreating back into the basement. Surprisingly enough, no one's there to punish him. Speaking of, Siri just... Oof. Ooh, Cassie almost gets blown sky high. But not today, as just shakes that off, continues to trudge on through. Blue Jays now with the advantage, with the latest kill being onto Chris, I believe? Either way, whew. Luvna again, Sixth Sense. Probably a call from the teammate. There we go, let's see if we'll connect. Prompting Firebird's the man advantage. Now, Blue Jays, they have time. But what's more important is how will you use that time? Obviously, the more time you have, the more you can do on paper, and woof. Can only think. We can only theorize about what they could have done in that amount of time. If only they didn't get gunned down. But I don't know. Ventus definitely getting hit with some deja vu right now. It's obviously it's not the end of the world. It's not quite tied up, nor do FireBird have the lead. But I don't know. Just something to keep in mind. Especially since Oregon is considered an attack-sided map. Maybe I don't personally agree with that statement, but I think a lot of teams would. But yeah, either way, definitely something to consider there. Okay, so it's going to be Luvnar playing over by Shaiko, causing some trouble there. I wonder if there's going to be some sort of support, maybe by blue, by blue corner, but oh no, wait, do they have another shield? No, they don't. They only have that one shield. So there's actually, oh no, blue's completely reinforced and electrocuted for that matter. So yeah, it is just going to be a Luvnar on the smoke playing by Shaiko, probably to just kind of keep Blue Jays at arm's length, not quite face them head on, but definitely to just sort of keep them at bay in that area if they do decide to push from blue. But in reality, it seems like it's going to be more of a push onto Big Tower, as just Dodu on his own here. Because I think he got detected. I mean, probably, but I don't know, it's just that the line scan didn't quite appear on the top of my team. So, but no, I doubt it was a glitch. They probably saw him, but don't quite have the means to capitalize. Also, interesting choice of site. I'm pretty sure I saw a blue dot. There we go. Sorry, a red dot from the bandit. Interestingly enough, quite the aggressive position. There is a lot of Blue Jay members there with him. As his friend gets into a fight, surely there's some support that comes through. There is. Oh, actually, there's three. Okay, so it's kind of like a three on three. In the same. On the same floor. That's cool. The attackers have progressed, kind of leaving the roam presence in the dust, especially if they don't rotate back enough or if they're none the wiser. they're more or less just gonna kind of hang around this hatch more so than actually push towards the other side of the map. The kill comes out, 5v3. FireBird's finally finding their footing here. Be interesting to see if they can keep up this momentum, but there we go. Now that blue push is going to finally come through, Livnar is now going to prove himself useful as yet another kill comes out, courtesy of, you know, it's been an absolute tear this game. Or this round, sorry, not by this game. Oh, very nice finish there. That's a flawless round. All tied up, and yeah, Ventus not looking great. I think if you were to call a timeout, you'd probably want to call it out here. Especially if you have a coach, then, you know, he can talk you through, you know, some strats. Maybe he's seen something that the players are not. But from what I know, I don't believe that BLUEJAYS have any staff, so to speak. No, they have substitutes, but no staff. So fair enough. But I think I definitely think some kind of timeout is in order. I mean, sure, you can like theoretically speak to your teammates now if you have like, you know, any concerns or if you've realized something, but I don't know. Sometimes the want of the casters and viewers and the needs of the teams involved are, I'd say, 80% of the time, two very different things. So,
Attackers' objective is to defuse the
well,
bomb.
sometimes once in a blue moon, we casters are right, and the players later regret their decisions. But I don't know. So far, it doesn't seem like regret is on the minds of BLUEJAYS right now, considering the fact that they're not quite out of it yet. They still have a fighting chance. Oof. The fighting chance is still there, but definitely a bit of a demoralizer, especially getting first-blooded like that. It's never really a good sign for things to come, and there we go, as that EMP comes out. He also preps a shield as the thermite blows will begin to blow. The attic wall. Will they meet someone on the other side? There is a Jaeger playing in kids. He's just gonna border up that rotation. Interesting choice. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you've already made the rotation, it doesn't really matter if you block it up or not. They're gonna know you're up there, so you might as well block it off just to kind of limit the line of sights that the attackers have and play them into your desired angles. Oh, good read. Well, not really a read, but good action there off of the ping, but you'd love to see that sort of coordination come out, and as that echo continues to pester the attack, FireBirds are just their win rate chances are increasing by the second, but there we go. Here comes Chris with the shotgun, trying to buckshot as many people as possible. Oh, good night. Sleep tight. He's gonna get put into coma, and by coma I mean a casket, because that man is not getting up anytime soon. Cyrilloid actually does fight back. He's on minimal health though, especially against a player with a shotgun in his hand. Ooh, that Mossberg, you do not want to give that Mossberg a kiss under any circumstances, because that will only end in a loss, no matter what. Yeah, there we go. There's Ventus finally with the timeout. I did call it, sort of. Maybe prematurely by a round, but we move. So yeah, I mean, if you were to ask me what the Blue Jays need to work on, I'm not sure. Definitely haven't taken the old analyst thinking cap for a test run in a while, but I don't know. Like, it's obviously a bit obvious to say, win your gunfights, but because A, that's kind of obvious, and B, there's kind of more than just winning the gunfights. There's positioning, which, well, now that I think about it, I guess Blue Jays could work on. If it is what is leading to the deaths of their players.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
But anyway, back into the game. Thankfully, the game did not crash while we went into the timeout, because we've had incidents of that happening. So that this game doesn't need to go on for any longer than it needs to.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Jammer ready.
Seconds left. 5 seconds left. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse.
See, Huna there just having fun with maybe just training his aim. Having fun is all Siege players should strive for. Considering the amount of pain that the game brings us, but anyway. Okay, so on the attack they do have 2 hard breaches, which is always good to have. It's always good to have a backup. Surprisingly enough, no thermite. Not entirely sure why. But to be fair, I can see the advantage, especially in the gun choice. Some people do prefer the Type 21 gun of Hibana, so. And of course the unparalleled superiority of the AK-12, courtesy of Ace, but Love Nerf firing a couple of warning shots, nothing too substantial. The Blue Jays are in very close proximity. They're definitely getting ready for an execute, and already fairly early. Levnar will be the first one to fall. Blue Jays with the advantage. That's gonna get doubled down now. Chep does get downed, but there's still an opportunity for him to be revived. 2v5 now. Blue Jays are back in the game. However, FireBirds do answer back with 1 2v3. Another kill comes out. 3v1. Good trades there. Good positioning there from Blue Jay Ventus. And it's exactly what leads them to the round win. So definitely not a wasted timeout. And it was definitely a timeout of value, if anything. So sure, they are tied up. They're not quite ahead yet. But if this is the sign of things to come, then it was definitely a timeout worth spent.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Back into the basement we go. Pretty similar setup actually to what Ventus brought out, I believe. So yeah, it'll be I'm trying to remember if this was.
10 seconds to go.
I'm trying to remember if BLUEJAYS brought this same setup out or if it was just
5 seconds to go.
FireBird's but earlier.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Okay, yeah, no, it was probably just FireBirds. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so just similar setup for FireBirds then, I guess, but from what I recall, it did work out for them last time, so not surprised that they go for it again. Big tower take is what's going to be the objective for the attacking side. Ooh, Dent catches the head of a FireBird player.
My device is ready.
He's ready, he's patient, he's waiting. So is Dodu. They're not getting hasty. One thing I can commend about these players is just the sheer patience they have on each other. As to not to peak, I mean, it could very well be less patience, more fear of losing the gunfight. But you know, I think you kind of have to find a balance. Like, for example, I think in that instance, it was good not to overpeak that. But 4v4, it's actually Dent losing his life. Not trying to support the best he can on those cams, but fortunately, all he can really provide is intel rather than damage. 4v4 still, as the entirety of BLUEJAYS is on the first floor, or ground floor, however you want to call it.
The attackers bombed
So I don't know, some people call like that sort of middle floor the ground floor, then they call, you know, floor below that just like the basement. No real like floor name given to the basement, if that makes sense, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure it varies on like NA and EU residents, but
Attackers have located a bomb.
Flash is coming out. The execute is already underway. Quite a delay for the kills, but there we go. That's 2 players of BLUEJAY actually getting down. So definitely in the control of FireBirds right now, and there we go. That's just gonna amplify it even more. They don't even know it's a 2v1. Oh, actually no. Actually no. Yeah, sorry, they do know, but either way, it's just gonna be simple as win for FireBirds. A good hold, definitely. I think Ventus could have definitely gone into that execute with a bit more information. You know, scouting out a bit more than you usually do never really hurt anyone. As long as you manage your time and cover your positions, you should be all well and good for an extensive
Attackers need to locate and
scouting session, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but you know, just to get some more info. If you just got more info, it just would have been better. Yeah, Martin was sending Huno down the hatch. Pretty sure he would have been very annoyed if that happened. And definitely wasting some much needed time for preparation.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Loading mag!
Scanning for electronics.
Jammer ready.
Bomb located by attackers.
Door is blocked!
A bomb has been located.
Okay, interesting choice from Cyrilloid actually to bring out the IQ. An operator that used to be quite prevalent on this map actually. Probably last time she was this active on it, I'd say, was probably before the rework of Oregon. So an interesting choice to bring her out, but it's probably because of this very specific command, and well, the IQ can get you kills like that. I mean, I think everyone would start picking up. Oh, fireworks outside. Of course, I'm pretty sure. I'm told it's Diwali today. I might be wrong on that, but if it is, hope you're having fun. Now with a good angle into that trophy doorway. Trophy hallway doorway, if you will. Chris actually turns his attention to doorway as well. Oh no, that might have been a mix of friendly fire and enemy fire. But Chris still lives, miraculously so. He's definitely going to want to play this passive. Or maybe not. A lot of these tier 4 players tend to ignore their health, and well, it only really goes either of two ways, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what they are by now. Less than a minute left to go. As Blue Jays carry on with the man advantage. We could very well be going into overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. But as this 4v4 suggests, they might just take this map. They being Firebirds, and whoa, okay, good, very good positioning. But that's going to be a down 2v2, 2v1. All of a sudden, so many shots firing out. It's just the man with the AK-12, but he can't do anything with it. And that's gonna be GH's in the chat. Firebirds taking the very first map of this best of 3 series.